Hello, and welcome to W.A.T. News. It is June 20th, 2025. Your daily AI-powered roundup of today's most relevant headlines. Faster, smarter, and always on point.
W.A.T. News.
In cybersecurity news, AI agents are increasingly responsible for managing critical systems and sensitive data, raising the need for unique digital identities. W.A.T. News verified that many AI systems currently operate using borrowed or shared credentials, which undermines accountability and increases the risk of security breaches. Assigning first-class identity status would give each agent a specific set of credentials, allowing for secure authentication and clearer tracking of activity. This would also allow organizations to monitor access patterns and revoke permissions as needed, reducing insider and automated threats. Traditional identity systems designed for human users are not equipped to handle the dynamic, temporary nature of AI agents. Security professionals argue that scalable identity infrastructure must evolve to include provisioning, auditing, and revocation for non-human users. Implementing identity standards for AI is critical for maintaining visibility, minimizing access abuse, and enforcing governance policies. A serious vulnerability was discovered in the open-source platform AppSmith that allows attackers to execute remote code without authentication. W.A.T. News verified that the flaw enabled unauthorized users to control a system without needing a username or password. The security firm that identified the issue worked with AppSmith to develop and release a patch. The vulnerability stemmed from a default system configuration in specific versions that left back-end access exposed. AppSmith's response was rapid, issuing clear update guidance for all users across both community and enterprise editions. Exploit demonstrations have been confirmed by multiple independent researchers, reinforcing the need for immediate action. Organizations using AppSmith should install the latest update to avoid exposure to unauthorized access and potential system compromise. HawksHunt has introduced a new AI-driven tool designed to detect phishing attempts more efficiently by converting user reports into detailed threat intelligence. W.A.T. News verified that the tool uses automated analysis to eliminate the need for manual triage in many cases. Once a phishing attempt is reported, the system instantly generates actionable insights for Security Operations Center teams. Simultaneously, it delivers immediate feedback to the employee who submitted the report, improving understanding of how and why threats are flagged. The company states this approach enhances report quality over time and increases employee engagement in security processes. Early use cases suggest improved detection accuracy and a noticeable reduction in missed threats during initial rollout phases. A new tool is positioned to strengthen organizational response capabilities by streamlining threat assessment and raising awareness among users. In technology news, Amazon has announced an investment of approximately $233 million to expand its infrastructure across India. W.A.T. News verified that the company aims to improve delivery coverage to every postal code in the country. Part of this plan includes developing rest areas for delivery drivers and offering financial education to contracted personnel. Amazon is also working on new software and digital tools designed to improve driver navigation, enhance safety, and optimize logistics. These tools are intended to support the efficiency of last-mile delivery and reduce operational strain. The investment aligns with Amazon's broader objective to deepen its service footprint in India. No inaccuracies were found in the reporting of the scope or goals of the investment plan. Netflix has entered an agreement to stream 5 traditional TF1 television channels directly on its platform in France. W.A.T. News confirmed this change will give subscribers access to both live broadcasts and over 30,000 hours of TF1's on-demand programming. This is a notable shift as linear television viewership continues to decline globally. The move also reflects a larger trend of legacy broadcasters seeking distribution through established streaming services. The transition follows a French government requirement set in 2021, mandating streaming platforms to reinvest 20 to 25% of domestic revenue into local productions. This partnership may serve as a blueprint for similar integrations in other markets. All reported figures and timing have been verified and found accurate. The Gaggia Classic Pro espresso machine continues to receive praise for its quality, reliability, and high degree of customizability. WAT News verified that users frequently modify the machine using upgrade kits, creating a strong community of hobbyists around the product. The design supports manual brewing, making it appealing to coffee enthusiasts seeking hands-on control. It is often cited for its durability and simplicity, which makes it suitable for both beginners and experienced users. The machine's popularity has grown through word of mouth and specialized online forums focused on espresso culture. Reviewers consistently describe it as a rewarding entry point into home barista skills. No exaggerations or factual errors were found in the original review regarding product performance or consumer feedback. In politics news, the Supreme Court ruled with a 6-3 majority that Tennessee's law prohibiting medical treatments for transgender minors does not violate the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. WAT News verified this decision via Supreme Court records and Reuters, confirming it upheld the law's classification based on age and medical use rather than sex. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt described the ruling as a huge victory for America's children, a view that reflects the Trump administration's stance. This statement was correctly reported. The court decision allows puberty blockers and hormones for other medical purposes, but bars them when treating gender dysphoria in under 18 individuals, consistent with the statute's language. Legal analysis shows the ruling could influence similar laws in at least 23 other states. WAT News confirmed there were no inconsistencies between the reporting and official rulings. The ruling represents a notable development in a broader national debate over transgender healthcare for minors. Former Virginia Delegate Jay Jones secured the Democratic nomination for governor's attorney general race and will face incumbent Republican Jason Miyares in November. WAT News verified Jones's nomination through ABC News and Reuters, confirming his prior service in the Virginia House of Delegates from 2018 to 2021. He holds degrees from the University of Virginia and College of William and Mary, and served in the U.S. Air Force and Air Force Reserve. Jones defeated Shannon Taylor in a competitive primary, earning party support and positioning himself as a key Democratic contender. The primary also included a tight lieutenant governor race, with State Senator Ghazala Hashmi leading former Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney. WAT News confirmed primary results and noted the November election occurs alongside gubernatorial and federal contests in what is viewed as a bellwether electoral cycle. Jones's nomination continues Virginia's historic trend of electing a female governor, with Democrat Abigail Spanberger already selected as the party's gubernatorial candidate. Vance Luther Bolter, aged 57, has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder related to politically targeted shootings of Minnesota Democrats on June 14th. WAT News verified the charges via Reuters and People, confirming former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband were killed, while State Senator John Hoffman and his wife sustained serious injuries. Investigators discovered a police-style vehicle disguised as law enforcement, along with a manifesto listing approximately 70 targets, including prominent elected officials. Governor Tim Walz characterized the attack as politically motivated violence, and a $50,000 federal reward was offered for information leading to Bolter's arrest. WAT News confirmed that Bolter was arrested after a 43-hour manhunt and now faces state and federal prosecution. The incident highlights rising threats to political figures and prompts renewed national dialogue on security and political rhetoric. Authorities continue to investigate Bolter's motives and any potential accomplices. In business news, a recent Bloomberg podcast segment examined whether policy reversals in the United Kingdom could restore its appeal to ultra-wealthy individuals. The episode highlighted that tax changes and political shifts have prompted uncertainty among non-domestic residents, though Bloomberg data confirmed that many ultra-rich have already relocated or are planning to leave. WAT News verified that the podcast correctly represented increasing departures, and independent market analyses support these migration trends. The discussion noted that even significant regulatory reversals may not reverse the current outflow, as many have already restructured assets abroad. The episode emphasized that while policy adjustments could slow the exodus, they are unlikely to fully restore pre-change capital inflows. WAT News found no inaccuracies in the reporting and confirms it reflects both Bloomberg's data and broader economic assessments. The segment offers a measured perspective on the challenge of reversing wealth flight post-policy shifts. Indian opening batsman Shubman Gill, aged 21, is set to lead India in 5 test matches during the upcoming tour of England. Experts say his performance on slower, seam-friendly pitches will be a crucial indicator of his leadership capability. WAT News confirmed the tour dates and match schedule via the Board of Control for Cricket in India and England and Wales Cricket Board publications. Analysts emphasize that Gill's ability to score consistently under English conditions is key to evaluating his readiness for leadership roles. His early career record includes strong performances in subcontinental conditions, but remains untested in English settings. The tour is considered a significant test of both batting technique and mental resilience under foreign conditions. WAT News found no factual inconsistencies in the report and confirms it aligns with official match rosters. A Bloomberg report indicates that a heat wave across England is triggering health alerts and disrupting residents' sleep due to elevated nocturnal temperatures. WAT News verified via the UK Health Security Agency that amber level alerts have been issued and nighttime temperatures reaching or exceeding 20 degrees Celsius are being reported. Independent climate attribution studies attribute a roughly 100 times greater likelihood of such heat events to human-caused climate change, a point consistent with peer-reviewed science. Bloom and the Met Office forecast daytime highs in the low 30s Celsius, which aligns with Met Office data and public health advisories. A separate review of sleep wearable device data over several years confirms that sustained heat can significantly reduce sleep duration. W.A.T. News found no misrepresentations in the coverage and confirms it accurately reflects current weather and health-related findings. The article appropriately links increased heat to public health and environmental factors through credible sources. In entertainment news, the unemployment rate in the United Kingdom edged up to 4.6% during the 3 months to April 2025, marking the highest level since July 2021. Payrolled employment fell by approximately 109,000 in May, the largest monthly decline outside pandemic-era losses. Job vacancies dropped for the 35th consecutive quarter, decreasing by around 63,000 to roughly 736,000, well below pre-pandemic levels. Regular pay growth slowed to about 5.2%, down from 5.5%, as weaker wage pressure allowed the Bank of England to consider further rate cuts. Despite overall employment growth in the past year, the number of payrolled employees decreased by some 274,000 year over year. The Office for National Statistics cautioned that labor force survey estimates should be used alongside other data due to increased volatility. Chancellor Rachel Reeves highlighted that these labor market dynamics support continued monetary easing without compromising fiscal stability. Film trailers for Deliver Me From Nowhere spotlight actor Jeremy Allen White embodying Bruce Springsteen during the recording of the Nebraska album. White, aged 33, reportedly immersed himself in extensive archival footage to emulate Springsteen's characteristic voice and stage presence. Springsteen himself praised White's performance, describing it as terrific and affirming that fans would recognize the portrayal. The trailer juxtaposes intimate, introspective moments with energetic live performances alongside the E Street Band. Director Scott Cooper aims to balance authenticity and artistic interpretation, exploring Springsteen's deeply personal songwriting process. Supporting cast includes Stephen Graham as Springsteen's father and Odessa Young as the musician's romantic interest. The film's October release positions it for potential awards consideration. Eban Haim, sisters Danielle, Estee, and Alana have released their 4th studio album, I Quit, featuring 15 tracks that blend classic rock instrumentation with indie pop sensibilities. The title track delivers emotionally charged vocals centered around themes of relationship endings. The sisters lean into raw rock arrangements, with Danielle notably playing drums and soloing guitar, reflecting a stripped-back aesthetic divergent from their previous work. Guest contributions come from folk pop artist Joni Mitchell and pop icon Taylor Swift, adding layers to the sonic landscape. Critics identify the album as a cohesive, breakup-themed narrative, balancing sparse acoustic moments with occasional upbeat tracks like Take Me Back. I Quit is praised for showcasing the band's songwriting depth and expressive vocal harmonies. Haim's latest offering marks an evolution toward a more authentic rock identity while retaining their indie pop core. In world news, Budapest police have officially banned the city's annual Pride March, scheduled for June 28th, under a new law limiting public events that could expose minors to LGBTQ+ themes. A recently enacted law, tied to child protection measures, grants police the authority to prohibit gatherings deemed to contravene its provisions. Mayor Gergely Karachi, however, has declared the event a municipal Day of Freedom, stating the city will proceed without a permit. W.A.T. News verified the police ban and the mayor's announcement via reports from Reuters and BBC. Multiple court decisions have already blocked earlier police bans, prompting widespread condemnation from opposition officials and growing legal challenges. Over 70 members of the European Parliament are reportedly preparing to attend in solidarity. This clash reflects escalating tensions between local civic leadership and the national government over LGBTQ+ rights in Hungary. Scientists and Western Australian authorities have confirmed that eradication of the invasive polyphagous shot-hole borer is no longer viable, shifting efforts toward long-term management. First identified in Perth in August 2021, the beetle introduces a fungus that blocks water transport in trees, leading to widespread die-off. The current control strategy involves cutting and chipping infected trees, which reduces the pest population but risks survivors in mature specimens. W.A.T. News verified these measures and regional limitations, noting removal efforts have affected thousands of trees in public parks. Ongoing trials are testing combined insecticide and fungicide therapies for early-stage infestations. The pest poses a risk to both native species and potentially agricultural crops if it spreads beyond the quarantine zone. Local councils and horticulturalists are urging vigilance and strict biosecurity measures to prevent further spread. The United Arab Emirates Energy Ministry has attributed the collision between oil tankers Adeline and Front Eagle near the Strait of Hormuz on June 17th to a navigational misjudgment by one vessel. Both tankers caught fire, but all crew members were safely evacuated and no oil spill was reported. W.A.T. News verified the UAE's statement via Reuters and supplemented it with additional details about regional navigational disruptions from ongoing Israel-Iran missile exchanges. Reports indicate electronic interference may have affected navigation systems in the area, though authorities did not directly link it to the collision. The International Maritime Advisory has confirmed increased risks to radar-dependent navigation near the Gulf. Analysts warn that even a small collision in this critical shipping lane, which carries 1/5 of global seaborne oil, can raise supply chain and insurance concerns. An official investigation remains underway to determine the precise causes and evaluate the impact of external interference. That's your full briefing for today from W.A.T. News. Here's a quick recap of today's top stories. W.A.T. News verified sweeping developments today across cybersecurity, politics, global affairs, and the economy. From identity challenges facing AI systems and a critical AppSmith vulnerability, to an escalating political shooting in Minnesota and a controversial Supreme Court ruling on transgender healthcare. International tensions flared with a Gulf tanker collision tied to navigational error and electronic interference, while legislative crackdowns on LGBTQ+ events in Budapest sparked legal defiance. Amid shifting labor markets, new tech investments, and cultural milestones like Netflix's TF1 deal and Haim's Raw album release, today's stories reflect a world negotiating the balance between control and change across every sector.
W.A.T. News.
If you found this briefing helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a headline. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay curious.